All right, guys, here we go. I am back. How to get 1 billion views on social media. Now, this is one of my podcasts that I have going. And this one's going to be a real detailed one because I created a book called Millions of Hits, How to Get Millions of Hits and Broadcasting Views. It's an audio book. It's also a physical book, and got a lot of response from it. Didn't get a lot of sales, but that's cool. We're going to change that. But also, if you look, I am getting close to 1 billion hits. Look at that, guys. It's so close. It's so close. It's closer than I even think it is sometimes because it's not, I'm not going to say it's easy to do. And what you'll learn a little bit later in the broadcast, I'm only go about 30 minutes, but what you'll learn a little bit later in the broadcast, that it's easier to do than to get 1 billion hits on, let's say, YouTube. I'm not sure how Facebook goes. I know I used to get a lot of hits on Facebook for certain things, but it's easy to get views as a Google local guide, but it's not easy, if that makes any sense. So you have to get out there, you have to create the product, but you don't have to find as much as you have to find on YouTube. So that's what that is. And later, like I said, I'll show you an example. And if you were on my first broadcast on my birthday, April 20th, just about 10, 11, 12 days ago, you know the difference. And I'll go over that here in about a few, maybe 3 or 4 minutes, play that video just to show you the difference on what 1 billion views is versus on YouTube versus what 1 billion views is as a Google local guide. So I'm here to talk about the number billion. 1 billion is still 1 billion, even though it may be easier to get 1 billion somewhere else or 1 billion here. Like Mark Zuckerberg, he's got billions of dollars and it's easy to get another billion. I'm still trying to get my first billion. So, it's kind of hard, but we on the way, So 1 billion is 1 billion. And I'm going to show you some of the difference in how to get 1 billion hits. Also, what I'm going to do is we're going to talk about different things that hit 1 billion. One of the things are videos. I'm in a library too, so I am kind of light. Voice is kind of light. But 1 billion on videos on YouTube, 1 billion on platforms, different platforms like TikTok or whatever. But also I might talk about $1 billion. It may be $1 billion type of thing, like Michael Jordan has $2.2 billion. King LeBron James has $1 billion. Oprah has $2, $3, $4 billion. You got someone like Elon Musk. They got $300 billion. So I may throw that in there too. So don't throw it past me because I want to keep it interesting. One thing I learned about my book was it wasn't as interesting to those who were looking to make cash. So you talk about billions of hits is what I'm doing. Millions and millions of hits. But a lot of people just want to know how to make $2. They want to make $3, $4, $2,500. So all the views, it's like, it's interesting, but they want to know the money thing. So you'll see me talk about some money things as well. But the main focus is how to get billions of views, or how to get 1 billion views on social media. As you guys see, I am almost there as a Google local guide, and it's not long. Also, too, I have about 30 million views on various platforms, including Facebook, YouTube. Some are defunct, like Associated Content was 1 million or so. CNN, these are older sites. CNN iReport had 1 million for sure. And all of that together, they were documented. I use that as my records as well. But Pinterest, and there are places that just get views and get hits that I can't document, or even that's why I kind of put this on my thing, TV broadcasting views. So if something is seen on seen on TV, we're not going to count that as a view. Unless you're marketing or you're paying for a commercial, then hey, I was supposed to get viewed 13 times. I want to see my view. But, I've seen things that have been streamed on broadcast, radio station, terrestrial. It's been played on air, streams. So I have millions and millions and millions of streams and watches and views and hits and clicks and whatever you want to call it. Excuse me. But a lot of people like to see things as documented. So here you go, guys. This is definitely documented. This is a non-paid platform, so I don't get any money for this platform. But me personally, I have been able to move it to my paid platforms. And of course, with my book, I learned a lot of these concepts by just posting good pictures, images, videos, and I learned some of the techniques, which I'll also go through that today, which learning some of the techniques to get you close to 1 billion hits. So just like everybody, like they're doing this how-to or tutorial or whatever they're doing to get you to pay attention to what they're doing, I'll be doing the same thing. And that's also how you can create income from a platform that doesn't give you income. Another view I'll give you is I have a good friend. I used to say it was 1 degree of separation, but she's actually 0 degrees of separation. I could call her up right now. If she had time, she'd meet me here. So it's not like I had to call one person up, which would be 1 degree of separation, to get to her. So I can call her up right now. If she had time, she's coming here. But what she's learned to do is she's taken a short video, which you know what shorts are. They're so small. People don't see them as beneficial like they should. But TikTok has just made it massive. And she's able to create a following on TikTok with just short videos, short information, which people see and then they purchase her services and her products. So getting a billion hits on a platform can be good. People want to get paid per hits. They want the advertising. They want to make sure there's income coming in from the hits, but you don't always have to get income from the hits. So keep that in mind too. But we're talking about 1 billion, guys. So what I'm going to do now, since this is in front of me, I'm going to read it. Then I'm going to go to the video to show you the difference of YouTube billions versus Google Local Guide billions. And then I'll also let you hear how to get billions of hits. So let's read this first. Let's see. Give me 1 second here. Thank you for joining. I'm kind of playing with different logos that I want to use. I wanted to do something playful. By the way, Adobe Firefly is fire, man. And I keep using these things because AI is about that life. If that's what you want to say, it's about that life. And ChatGPT is about that life. Bard is about that life. I mean, you put in something and it gives you what you want. And although a lot of things on Adobe Firefly I've done myself, like I say, hey, I want to do this. I want to do this. Like you look, a mysterious black bull with sunglasses in the street with the space left to the side roaming in the city streets. Now I got portion of that from their content, which they have. If you log on to Firefly, which is not a sponsor, but if you log on to firefly.adobe.com, you may see this prompt. And it says, try this prompt, try this prompt. You have to sign up first, but try this prompt, try this prompt. And then you'll see with trying this prompt, you'll see the different things they said to bring this prompt to life. So I might see the thing that I like. Oh, that's pretty. I like that. I'm going to download that, although I didn't start that prompt. But you see these particular prompts, and then you might add what you want to add to it. So watch this. I'm going to say, just while we're here, USA. I'm going to say American, just to see what it would tell me. American ink wash painting, majestic purple mountains, and lush forest, glittering lakes, desert dunes, golden sunsets. Let's go. I'm going to leave everything else the same. Uh-oh, I downloaded that. Let's see. Okay, so here we go. I like to keep mine on widescreen sometimes. And you'll notice I keep looking at my mic, guys, because sometimes I'll turn off my mic when it's blinking. I'm off, and you won't be hearing a word I say. Too purple for me. So I would do it again. I'm not going to say purple mountains because that's too purple for me. And sometimes, like my mom, Carol Rucker, the writer lady, she says, certain things that you say, and we're learning that. I'm learning that, and let's go. So I'm gonna say golden sunset, and just see what it says versus what it gave me at first with the Chinese ink wash painting. Guys, I'm getting used to my glasses. Neat. It's neat. It got some red in there, but I still like the Chinese ink wash painting. The thing that you do on this AI is you click this little wave pattern. It looks like two S's on the side backwards or something. It's just so similar. So I click that and you show similar. And I'll be doing more tutorials for everybody on firefly.adobe.com. But today it's about the billions of hits. And I use this to get billions of hits too. If you look at my channel, they're not a lot of hits right now. But if you look at my channel, I've been posting these AI generated content because it's cool. You know, it is cool. It's ours to post. We can't sell them, but you can create this great idea. And some of the programs, I like to use Firefly, and I'm going to stick with that for a while. As you see, they put a little mark at the bottom that shows it's their footprint, whatever they call it. But you see these things. They're incredible images, and they just come just like that. But with the information, with the issue with AI generation, they're being cautious. So, but I still use them, and you get hits from here, hits from there. But that just all goes into your full hits. But all right, guys, let's get into these billions and billions and billions of hits. So getting close to 1 billion hits as a Google Local Guide. And first of all, Google Local Guide is everybody. And when you hear this definition of how it's not as big as YouTube, that's baffling because everybody uses Google Maps. So to me, it seems like it will be bigger than YouTube because YouTube has over 1 billion people, I'm sure. I don't know the stats, but I know people who don't even care about YouTube use Google Maps. So I don't know why it would be a smaller platform, but that's something I have to do research. But anyway, a Google Local Guide is like I'm in a location right now in the library. I take an image and I share it with their mapping system, which is Google Maps. And man, it's fun. When I first used to do it, it was they kept coming up. Oh, did you want to share this? Did you want to share that? And I said, oh, yeah. And finally, it was a nuisance. Then it was like, man, I like this. And then since I had like maybe 4 or 5 million hits, maybe 10 million hits at the time, I was like, yeah, I like this. I'm going to be able to compile and show people I got hits here, 1 million hits here, 1 million hits there, different platforms, boom, boom, boom. And I started sharing stuff, and then I saw stuff go 5,000 views and more than I've got on YouTube as far as on one video as soon as I put it out. And I was like, man, I got to start using this. And then one time I put up a burger, something as simple as a burger, and I got 50,000 views. And so this is very interesting to me because I have content on my website, or it's on my website as well, but I also have content on Adobe stock. And that was something that I wanted to be able to do. You know how people post stuff on Instagram and they get 1,000, 10, 20, 30,000 views. That was the goal for my images because these images are for sale. And I wanted to get thousands of views on Instagram, so people would decide to download my images, buy my images, and stuff like that. That's how I wanted to create some digital income because I was a photographer, so I was going out and about. And when I would see Google Local Guide, you put up an image, I was like, man, I can transfer that. I can use that excitement, that energy to show people that, hey, I have these images, but I also have these images. So it's still in the midst of working out. And I've received some cash for talking about a Google Local Guide. But other than that, I've only received perks. And that's what it's about. It's about you sharing your experience and They send you perks, and I would understand why there's no cash. Although when you look at it, there are ads on certain things. So, but that's what Google does. Google is an ad company, overall information company, but they put ads on everything possible. So you see an image of mine which has let's see if we can go here. It had 17 million hits. You can bet there's going to be an ad somewhere. Even if it's very small and off to the side or whatever, it's going to be there. Skip all ads. Google's listening. They're listening. But so you see, this is Coleraine. I was there about a week ago, and sometimes actually I stopped there. Sometimes I may stop a place just to get an image, but sometimes I'm actually going in a place. So this place I went in, and you don't see any ads now here, but so let's see. Place details. Let's see what I get. So the concept is, if you are searching for this, actually that's my image right there. So yeah, this got featured. This is my image. It got featured, and that's why you see the hits jump up when you get featured. And that's almost anything. You'll see your hits go up, and that's how you start to get closer to your billions of hits. And again, don't get me wrong. I still have over 300 million to go. But what I will say, and I don't know the timeline, but I think September of 2021, and I got to get the timeline. I had like, I don't know, 100 million, and then like within a year I had 300 million. So it's that the law of large numbers. It's the what do you call it? It's the exponential growth, or it's like that thing, like once you get this, then it grows and it grows and it grows. So that's why I'm figuring by the end of the year I'll have 1 billion hits. And depending, like I'm supposed to be going to Philly this weekend, and I may be able to capture something like in New York. I captured an image. It was featured, now that I understand it better, because that was back in 2018. But that's probably where it just blew up. It got like 10,000 views in the first 10, 15, 20 minutes. So it was probably a good image. It got featured, and then everybody's always searching New York anyway. So all the hits just came up. And again, didn't make any money for me, but it gave me that sense of, okay, I am videos, images, pictures. I am VIP guide. So let me explain that to people, and how can they use it? But again, I will say people love to make money first. And even in my book, I even said how to make money, but it was way at the end. I didn't want to make my book about making money because I hadn't made hundreds and thousands of dollars. Now, thousands of dollars I've made online, but not hundreds of thousands of dollars. And people are looking at making millions online, internet millions, internet billions. So again, this was the way I went about it. But let's do this, guys, and then I'm going to get to the description. And I don't want to keep you long. I want to keep you about another 10 minutes or so, another 13 minutes, because it's been about 17 minutes. So let's just do this. Here's a way you're going to be able to get 1 billion hits collectively. So number one, these are ways to make sure I explain Google Local Guide. So anyway, you go to a location, you take a picture, you share it with people, and that helps your information. That helps their information show people what they might like, or what they might want, or what they liked about this location, and that's you sharing. So that's pretty much what Google Local Guide is, and it goes to their map system. I'm not sure if I said that. But anyway, so here I made up my top 10. This is inside my digital book and audio book as well, and I'll be revamping it for the billions of hits, or the billion hits. But get featured. And these all come from my mind. But now what I'm doing is I'm getting smarter, guys. I'm using AI to 10x my whole life. Using AI to 10x my whole life. And what do I mean by that? Now you don't. Let me jump. I'm jumping, guys. Don't worry about it. But I just wanted to make sure we talked about this. So here's what people search for, but these are not ads. These may be ads here, web results, but they just may be web results. But as you see, Google's always going to put some ads somewhere. And if you look on your phone, there may literally be some ads. I've seen that pop up. So you get a view with 17 million hits, they're going to put some ads there. Or it might be 5 views or whatever. But anyway, so you get featured. And how did you get featured? You just come up with a good image, and it's something that AI thinks that it's a better image than it's there, or a fresher image than it's there, and that's how you get featured. So if you send images to Google Local Guide, and within an hour or two or even less, you start to see a lot of hits, 9 times out of 10 you got featured. And just to give you an understanding of feature, a quick understanding, because we'll do a thing on this too, I'm just going to say Walmart, spell it right, Walmart near me. So, and this is what I would call a feature. So soon as you search, not anything, not the second search, not the third search, soon as you search, whatever comes up on your phone, that's an image that's been featured as a Google Local Guide. Now, I don't know if that's Walmart or is it somebody else. Let's see. It's from Walmart Supercenter, but that's from Jake Corwin, and that's from Jaybird. You know what I mean? So these images may have been featured, and how can you tell if he's been featured on something? And it's not always guaranteed, because sometimes hits just come. But he has, oh wow, 100 million hits, so he's definitely been featured. Let's go short by views. Let's see what his biggest, he's probably had a lot of features. And so this is his biggest one, looks like it, I guess. Eat Rice. And okay, this is 3 years ago. Who's featured right now? This is in Kettering. So Joshua's image is featured right now. But that guy has probably been featured as well. So that's how that goes, guys. Okay, anyway, let me get going, because we're winding up here. I want to wind up. So top 10 ways to get 1 billion hits as a Google Local Guide. I put 300 million, because that's what it was back then. Capture popular content. What does that mean? If you go to New York and you get a hotel that is popular, then you capture that content. Staying consistent and posting just every day. Like, believe it or not, I haven't posted since last week. And normally at one point I was like 150 weeks, like at least every week. So I need to make sure I get something posted this week. But I don't think I've broken my streak since then. But I've had lots of weeks, and that's like 3-4 years or something. Stay consistent in posting, capture memorable content, and that may be a ride or a different thing that looks different. If we're looking at something simple, like you're in front of a store and you might capture the light on with the sun shining down. I've done a lot of images like that. As a matter of fact, I might have one. And this broadcast is going to go a little bit over, guys. So if you can't stay with me, I get it. I thank you for participating and being here. Put anything in the comments. If you have any questions, let me know. But I'm going to go over a little bit, and then we're going to keep coming back. I definitely want to be respectful of your time. But let's see if I can find this image where I was featured with the sun. Okay. All right, give me a second, guys. It should be here once I get to. Okay, it was a McDonald's image, and this wasn't even the best one, but this happened to be one that I got recently. And let's see. But before we go, I mean, I just want you to know, again, getting billions of hits. And today I'm also going to go on the top billion videos out there, because we did that before in the first show. This is weird. I have no idea why it's not taking me to my photos. Guys, I don't eat a lot of McDonald's anymore, but I still take images. So you might see a lot of McDonald's pictures, but you won't see any images. And this is the weirdest thing. It's not taking me to my front Google page, or my front Maps page. It's just keeping me on this Speedway area. Okay, there we go. Okay, it just wasn't loading. So let me see if I can find this McDonald's to show you a memorable image. And this may not be totally memorable either, but you see certain things pop up. And that's definitely a memorable image, but it's not the type of memorable image they probably want to feature. Let's see. Now this is a memorable image, you know, with these trees. This is a new AES, something about it. You know, it's not the greatest, but it's right there in the middle. Okay, but what am I looking for? I'm looking for the sunset, or it was the sun was setting or something. This is not even it. But anyway, whatever it was featured. This was probably it, but it's not what I thought it was. So I have another one where the sun is setting or something, and McDonald's is shining. But this one was something, so it was featured because you see it is featured right now. 19,000 views. And again, what does that do for your pocket? Maybe nothing, but look at that, man. It just looks good. Somebody searching McDonald's near me and they're in that area, they're going to see my image. And what that does, it just gives you leverage on your study and your skill, your art. So anyway, something memorable, you can get featured. Something memorable, you can get hits. And that's everywhere with any image, honestly. Answer questions from Google Maps, and that's like when they ask you about, you'll see a lot of stuff. People are asking questions. They have a question, can you help? Questions and answers. So you see right there. And let's see. You have capture content that people want to share with others, which is obvious. If you see something that's memorable or something that's great, no one's really going to share this McDonald's image. But you can share it with others. They've seen a million McDonald's, but if it was like a balloon over it, it might be memorable. Add new places and locations to Google Maps. Now that's been fun. I've helped to add I say street, but it was actually just a circle, a traffic circle, and a roundabout, however you want to call it. And it was somewhere down here. We won't go into that now. Add new places and locations on Google Maps, which is what I just said. It's captured different aspects of places already around. Like a lot of times I like to shoot up or shoot around or shoot part, a portion, and then try to capture as many places, locations as possible. That's my main thing. I love capture. So even if my image is very basic, I capture. And then that helps me to get a billion views. That helps me to get different things and helps my hits go up. Write reviews for the places that you patronize. That's always a must, guys. I mean, if you patronize this place, not only does that help the company, but it also helps people seeing what you like. As you said, this won't help. Awful customer service. Manager yelled at the employees, so let's get out of there. And then update information on Google Maps location. So that's that, guys. Let me play this video, and then we're going to try to round it up here in a little bit, a few minutes, but I do want to play this video, so that's going to be a few minutes. And it just shows you the difference between, remind me to turn on my mic, it shows you the difference between getting a billion views as a Google local guide.
When you click here, you'll discover how you could instantly tap into a $164 billion industry.
There you go. So they with
Write
me.
your reviews.
They are with
me. Local guides focus on providing
here.
information about specific locations. This makes their content more relevant.
So do you see more of a trend where people are leaving their jobs, those traditional 9 to 5 hours, and doing their own thing?
No, it's definitely bigger than that. Big news. In this video, I'm going to show you.
Okay. The billion views on YouTube versus a billion views on Google Local Guide, because it comes so much quicker as a Google Local Guide. So let's go here. Bear with me.
Why is it easier to get a billion hits as a Google Local Guide than it is on YouTube? View other drafts. There are a few reasons why it is easier to get a billion hits as a Google Local Guide than it is on YouTube. The audience is smaller. Google Local Guides are a much smaller community than YouTube users. This means that there is less competition for views. The content is more niche. Google local guides focus on providing information about specific locations. This makes their content more relevant to a smaller group of people, which can lead to more views. The platform is more focused on discovery. Google Local Guides is designed to help people discover new places and businesses. This means that your content is more likely to be seen by people who are interested in what you have to say. Of course, and luck. If you are looking for a platform where you can reach a large audience quickly, Google Local Guides is a better option. Here are some additional tips for getting more views on Google Local Guides. Write informative and engaging reviews. Your reviews should be well written and informative. They should also be engaging and interesting to read. Take high-quality photos. High-quality photos can make your reviews more visually appealing and engaging. Use relevant keywords. When you write your reviews, be sure to use relevant keywords. This will help people find your reviews when they are searching for information about a particular location. Be active in the community. Get involved in the Google Local Guides community by answering questions, participating in discussions, and voting on reviews. This will help you build your reputation and reach a wider audience.
Getting 1 billion views on social media is a lofty goal, but it's not impossible. Here are some top ways to achieve this. Produce high-quality content. The key to getting views on social media is producing content that people want to watch or engage with. This could be anything from funny videos, inspiring stories, or informative how-to guides. Consistency. Consistency is key to growing an audience on social media. Regularly posting content that aligns with your niche can increase engagement and views. Collaborate with other influencers. Collaborating with other influencers can help grow your audience and increase views. By working together, you can reach new audiences and introduce your content to a wider range of people. Optimize your content for search engines. By optimizing your content for search engines, you can increase the likelihood of it being discovered by a wider audience. Use relevant keywords, tags, and descriptions to help your content get noticed. Engage with your audience. Engaging with your audience can help build a loyal following and increase the likelihood of your content being shared. Respond to comments and messages, and use polls and other interactive features to encourage engagement. Utilize paid promotion. While organic growth is important, paid promotion can help increase the visibility of your content and reach a wider audience. Social media platforms offer various paid promotion options, such as sponsored posts or targeted ads. Keep up with trends. Staying up to date with the latest trends and incorporating them into your content can help increase views and engagement. Use trending hashtags or create content around viral challenges or memes to capitalize on current trends. Overall, producing high-quality content, staying consistent, collaborating with other influencers, optimizing for search engines, engaging with your audience, utilizing paid promotion, and keeping up with trends are all key ways to increase views on social media and potentially reach the 1 billion mark.
And there you go. These are some great keys. I got this from ChatGPT. So there you go, guys. Those are some great keys. I got that from ChatGPT. No, yeah, I did get those for ChatGPT, and I'm going to be sharing more over and over again. It's the billion views broadcast. And also, like I said, I'm going to talk about billions. I'm going to talk about $1 billion. I might talk about Elon Musk to Michael Jordan. And I want to go over this real quick and before we start to wrap up. So when I was creating these, well, I didn't create anything. It was Adobe Firefly. When they created this, I wanted to see something fun and cartoon. And I started with a bear because it was fun. It was something they had up first. And then I used it once. And then I was like, wait a minute. But a bear is where you, in stocks, a bear is something that's hibernating and it's not charging. So then I was like, you know what? I need billions, the $1 billion bull. So that's where I came up with the bull. But I'll probably, I'll do the alternate, almost similar to the stocks. You know, they talk us in the bearish market and the bullish market. And right now, a lot of things with cryptocurrency is coming into this bullish market. But you see this, look at that. That was supposed to be the cities. But this was all created by Adobe Firefly. And I'm getting some response on this already. So again, if your goal is to get views, millions of views, even 1 billion views, it's creating content, and that's going to be how you get it. That's definitely going to be how you get it. But anyway, guys, let's get to this last thing here, and then I'm going to wrap it up. So I had this search before. Let's see, videos, and we'll do a full show about that. Videos with 1 billion views, and we're going to just do this list, man. And because I want to try to keep this fun, because I know it's dry and it's not like, we want to get hits, but you know, you want to hear something direct and this and that and the other. But I'm going to look at these videos with 1 billion views, and I'm going to talk about getting millions and millions of hits at the same time. And I'm going to talk about my Amazon store. Before I go, I'm going to put this thing to the test, because they say this is relaxing, and it's always been relaxing to me. But I'm going to put this to the test, guys. And you can actually get one of these. This is our Mother's Day link at our VIP guide, Greg Reese store on Amazon. But also, if you go here, I love that. And this one doesn't spin as long as it used to, because I got some stuff trapped inside. But let's see if I can find it. There you go, fidget spinners. So you could literally get these, man. You could literally get some of these things here. I don't see this particular one. Here's one I wanted to get, never did get it, but I think I'm going to get this too. A Ferris wheel, so I don't have to hold it. All right, guys, let's get on these billion videos, and then I will get out of here. I got to keep looking at this mic, because you never know. YouTube videos with over 1 billion views, and this looks like a playlist.
So you're banana bread experts.
So at this point, we're just going to do a list. Baby Shark has 60 what subscribers? Let's see. 12 billion views. Despacito, 8.1 billion views. Johnny has 6.6 billion views. I think I'm gonna do a playlist like this for us as well, guys. The Bath Song, 6.1 billion views. Ed Sheeran, 6.1 billion views. Wait a minute. Okay. What's going on here? Okay. Ed Sheeran, 5.9 billion views. Wiz Khalifa, See You Again. I guess my connection's slow or something. See You Again, 5.8 billion views. And look at this, Phonics songs. I've never heard of this, but it has 5.2 billion views. My mom has always told me to do some kid stuff. And we did some, but I kind of opted away from it because I want to make sure my channel is not tagged or flagged to be for children. Because although we don't have adult subjects on here, we have more mature subjects on my channel. Will's Nursery on the Bus, 5.1 billion views. Wow, is that the same company? Man, Coco Melon. Coco Melon got 2 songs up here in this list. Uptown Funk. 4.9 billion views. Here, this was the first one I think got the first billion views. And maybe went up to 2 billion views. This is Gangnam Style. 4.7 views now. Let's see that before we get out of here. What was the first video to get 1 billion views on YouTube? Gangnam Style. That's right, guys. It has been 10 years since Gangnam Style became the first video to reach 1 billion views. So On that note, guys, this is the Billion Views broadcast. So we're going to take you from everything on how you could get 1 billion views, who's got 1 billion views, $1 billion, what you could do to get $1 billion. Because you, like Jay-Z said, I don't got 1 billion streams, but I got $1 billion. So you can also do that. All right, guys, it's Greg Reese. I appreciate you for staying tuned. And we're going to go out with this. Make sure you connect with this VIP store. Look at your Mother's Day gifts and get the right Mother's Day gifts, man. That's coming up. You can get to our store. Click it in the description below. The link is in the description below. And let's play this on our way out. Thank you, guys.
Greetings, my friends. Here is a list of really bad Mother's Day gifts that you should avoid buying for your mom. By following this list, you can be sure to avoid any gift-giving faux pas and make your mom's Mother's Day one to remember. Let's get started. 1. Cleaning supplies, gardening tools, or appliances. No mom wants to be reminded of all the chores she may have to do on a daily basis. Unless your mom specifically requested a vacuum or a mop, avoid gifting cleaning supplies or appliances. This could send the wrong message. 2. Anti-aging products. Gifting anti-aging products can imply that you think your mom looks old or needs to change her appearance. 3. Exercise equipment. Unless your mom has expressed a desire for specific exercise equipment, avoid gifting it. It can send the message that you think she needs to lose weight or get in better shape. 4. A gift that is too small or insignificant. This shows that you didn't put much thought into her gift. 5. Offensive or inappropriate gifts. This should go without saying, but avoid gifts that are offensive or inappropriate in nature. 6. Gift cards for her to buy her own gifts or generic gift cards. A generic gift card to a random store can come off as thoughtless and impersonal. 7. Regifted items. It's never a good idea to regift something to your mom that you didn't want or use yourself. It's disrespectful and shows a lack of effort. 8. Self-help books. While self-help books can be helpful for some, to your mom can come off as judgmental or imply that you think she needs to change something about herself. 9. Anything related to weight loss or dieting. Gifting anything related to weight loss or dieting can be seen as hurtful or insulting, regardless of whether or not your mom has expressed interest in it. 10. Nothing at all. The worst thing you can do is forget or ignore Mother's Day altogether. Make sure to show your mom that you appreciate her, even if it's just with a heartfelt card or a phone call. A digital selfie or framed photo of the two of you. This is a sweet gesture, but it's not very original. If you're not sure what to get your mom for Mother's Day, it's always best to err on the side of caution and choose something that is thoughtful and meaningful. Here are a few ideas to get you started. A gift certificate to her favorite store or restaurant. A piece of jewelry that she has been wanting. A new book by her favorite author. A gift basket filled with her favorite snacks and treats. A framed photo of the two of you together. A handwritten letter telling her how much you love and appreciate her. A donation to her favorite charity in her name. A day of pampering at the spa. A weekend getaway for the two of you. A new piece of technology that she's been wanting. No matter what you choose, make sure it comes from the heart. Your mom will appreciate the thoughtfulness more than anything else. Wait! Your mom may want a stack of money. Dollar bill, y'all. If you have any gift ideas that we should add to the list, let us know in the comments below.
All right, guys, am I here? I am here. I do want to do one more thing because that's what I'm about, doing one more thing. So in 2021, I always came up with a lot of ideas. Can you see me? Hopefully you can see this. If not, one day I will scan it and put it on there. But I always came up with a lot of ideas, inventor ideas. I used to work with an inventor. So I was like his sidekick, and he created so much stuff, man. He has stuff patented right now, but I would always come up with ideas. I came up with this idea. I was broke coming back from Las Vegas, and I'm going to read it to you. It was called the Penny Petro. And just to kind of tell you where my mind is sometimes, because it's everywhere, but sometimes it is discreditable. So I'm going to read this to you and then read the little history, and then we will get out of here. Bear with me for a second, guys. I will put this on here so you don't have to watch my desktop. Stay with this, and I am still rolling. So I appreciate you guys. It's been about 45 minutes, and I'll take another maybe 5 to 10 minutes, and then we can check this out. So it's called the Penny Petro, a coin machine that turns your coins in cash into gas. So that was the concept. So the coin machine is not my idea. The coin machine was an idea by Coinstar. I forgot who owns it now. Man, they've done some stuff in the years, but I saw their coin machine and I like the concept where you put all the pennies in the coins. So we all know them. They're in different stores across the nation. But this was the Penny Petro coin machine where it would be connected. At that point, it would be connected to gas filling stations, gas stations, because and as you'll see, this is why I needed it, you know. And I'll read this to you. So here it was, and this never got off the ground. I took it to a guy who was a millionaire, but he was well, you hear it in the story. So the Penny Petro coin machine concept came to its creator as a viable idea in October 2000. My mom wrote this, guys. This was before AI was even doing whatever they was doing as far as writing. I love you, Bard. I love you, ChatGPT, but my mom gets busy on writing. What you talking about? Anyway, so let's see, October 20th. At the time, the inventor, writer, Greg Reese, was traveling back from his residence in Las Vegas to his hometown of Cincinnati. We made it sound good, but I was broke. I could have stayed out there, but I was broke, man. With $100 in his pocket and sky-high fuel prices, I wouldn't have got down the block with $100. He had to make nearly 2,000 miles. Not only with his cash barely enough for the trip, but close to a fourth of his money consisted in coins in a cup. It's crazy, man. I remember at $20 or so, $30 of coins in a cup. It was embarrassing for him when he got down to his last money and he found himself counting pennies, nickels, dimes to refuel his car. But thanks to those pennies, he made it home, although he arrived in Cincinnati with no cash and very little gas to spare. So that was trying times, guys. And I mean, I could have did a temporary on the way there, but literally I did that temporary to get rolling. I had my car, and it was just interesting. We won't go into all of that. But with a kernel of an idea and a lot of excitement, Greg got settled at his mother's house and made his initial contact with his associate that he had recently, made millions in the tax service industry. Greg had several ideas, innovations, and would-be inventions if the technical know-how were available to him to execute them properly. And guys, I know it's hard to gather this because everything is at your fingertips online. Everything is at your fingertips on YouTube and on Google. So it's hard to believe, like, could you not found this information, Greg? It was a lot of research we had to do back there, guys. Where's my cane? I'm joking. But the thing is it was the olden days, guys. That's what my son says, olden days. But, so I wanted to have that technical know-how, but I didn't know. All I knew was these machines were at what we call Kroger and different places around the country where I wish that I would have. So at that point, I would have had to go to a Kroger or a Walmart or something, pour them in there, get their voucher, and then go back to the gas station or get cash. It was the weirdest thing. So he showed his contact to a few invention. He showed his, what does that say? He showed his contact of a few of his inventions and ideas, but recently, having crossed the country with the pennies in his pocket, he was especially excited about the coin machine. And this tax guy I'll tell you about I used to do a lot for him. I actually used to go door to door for him, door to door marketing campaign. Made some cool money with him. Watched him grow from 2 places to just whatever, and then he sold his company and just kept going. So that was a good thing to be involved with. But I was especially excited about the coin machine. Although his contact gave him a warm welcome, he didn't share excitement about Greg Reese's penny petro concept. Every few months, Greg went to his contact with ideas, mostly added innovations to his original idea, but also ideas to help his associates' already thriving tax business. With most inventors, his efforts were to no avail. His associate was focused on his already successful business. That's what he said, Greg. I need to build this business, and I got that. And so we went on. The penny petro dialogue went on for years, every few months, until March 2023, when a company who already cornered the coin machine market introduced their remarkably similar one part to Greg's 4-part concept. He was excited but downhearted at the same time. That company's publicly traded stock went from, I think it was around $7 to $25, and I know it's a new owner now, but it went up plus dollars in shares, riding on the backs of an idea that came from Gregory while crossing the country several years before. The idea was creating millions in revenue, and he didn't own a penny of it. After that, he pretty much shelved the idea, only occasionally speaking about it to family members and friends, thinking about the next big idea or theme song. So, again, although they didn't take my idea, it was just a natural progression. It was that penny petro. They never did the fuel idea, but they had one part, which was a credit card, putting your pennies on a credit card. I don't even think they fully realized that, because you don't see it on different cards. But that was one of my ideas too, because back then a lot of people didn't have Visa debit cards. So my thing was, not only could you use your pennies and your coins to put it as fuel, you could also put them on a Visa debit card or something, So, the idea was great, guys, but it just goes to show you nothing happened with that idea, but it's still in my archive, and I use it as a reference point of, Greg, you have billion-dollar ideas. You have billion-dollar ideas, and you got to keep them making. So you too, guys, you got billion-dollar ideas, get billion-dollar numbers, billion-dollar views, whatever. Let's make it happen.